airwaves in your market and really stand out. It's here.
Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos.
Good morning once again and welcome back to Mainland 98.3 FM, the sound of Lagos. This is AM. It's time for Mainland Focus. It's time for Mainland Focus, and this is where we open the phone lines. We open all of our platforms to give you an opportunity to call in and contribute to the stories that we have reviewed earlier. Again, I should take this opportunity to apologize for the glitch earlier in the day whilst we started the show that led to us being a little bit slow with the progression of the show, but unfortunately, we could not review all of the paper, a full idea of the stories that have been reported by the newspapers, so that when we open the phone lines for you to call in, you have enough stories to contribute to. We're unable to look through the Vanguard newspaper, and we had a story here. State splits over federal government's 35,000 naira wage award to Febbi, Delta, Oyo, Adamawa. Others negotiate with workers. Federal government cannot dictate to us what to pay, says Niger government. I apologize. Please allow us to take at least 5 minutes from your time so that we can hear from Fuad, who is already on standby on some of the stories we were unable to take, given to federal workers, which the president announced during his Independence Day speech. Now, we have some states who say that they are already giving their workers 10,000 naira. Others say that the federal government do not get to dictate how they go about the distribution of the money. You think maybe since states have a better understanding of what their problems are, they should come up with a template that best suits their situation?
You know, Sage, when this MOU was signed, between Labour and the federal government, we said that, look, there's a bigger problem, and that it would be on the ability of the different state governments to pay that 35,000 wage award. It's not minimum wage. It's just like a wage award, like a bonus, an additional. The government wants to pay. I think Enugu State and some other states. But there are states like Kwara State who said, look, even before the federal government announcement of 35,000, we're already doing additional 10,000.
Yes.
For our workers. So how do we now raise it to 35? So if we are going to have this again. That's why I asked the question. Minimum wage discussion, and you get a handout and you suspend your strike. You don't understand what I'm saying. You want a basket full of goodies, and then you got there, they just give you one piece. And you say, okay, we'll leave that. Again, there's a minimum wage committee. Let's see what would happen from that within the next 30 days. No. But I know that a lot of the state governments would not be able to pay that 35,000 over a period of 6 months. Even the 10,000, some of them would not pay. We just analyze it this morning. Some of them are even owing salaries at the state government and see what they'll get out of them.
All right. Well, other headlines: Presidency Atiku disagree over certificates Tinubu submitted to INEC. We also have here, federal government issues a 2-week timeline for passport processing, clears over 204,000 backlog. 22 drown as boat capsized in Niger. 6 bodies recovered. Senate's low production, says an agency. Also here, we have Shaibu denied use of government house and office. Prayer warriors storm new office. Those are the major headlines.
We saw the video of that.
Yes, to sanctify the place.
Serious prayer.
Right. Well, again, I apologize for taking time that you were supposed to use to take contributions.
Just
but
1
I
minute.
wanted to. Yes.
It's open mic Thursday, so let me just talk.
Okay. Yes, you're
very
open
fast.
mic.
1 minute. Again, I'm going to continue to advocate for electoral reforms. Just when court case or court decisions do not tally with public interest. That's where the problem is. And I think when it comes to election matters, this is the time to reform our electoral process. I'll continue to talk about it. The Justice who waived 2008 electoral reforms report, Judge Dilidali, was not able to implement that report. Buhari for 8 years, he even set up a committee to review the report and find a way to implement it. For 8 years, he could not implement. For sake of posterity and legacy, find a way to set up a legislative framework to implement it, and the whole court are flooded with all manner of electoral cases. Does not make any sense. We are not the largest democracy in the world, but we are the largest when it comes to election litigation. I'll ask the question again. How does a country with the largest economy in Africa, the 6th largest oil producing nation in the world, with a large arable land, plus mineral resources, we have had very terrible leaders And until we change our orientation, change the pattern of the leaders we choose to run this country, nothing will change.
Thank you very much, Fuad. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, so please drop your submissions on there. Streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, please go on there, join us, Mainland 98.3 FM. But for those of you that would like to call directly into the studio and air your opinions, we have 0913 600041 or a WhatsApp message. You can send messages to 0913 6000-430. That's 0913-6000-430. It's open mic Thursday, which means that you get to more than one story, maybe two. Just maximize your time is what I am telling you. Let's take our first phone call for the morning whilst I try to organize the messages that we've gotten so far. Hello. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning to you, sir.
Yeah, how are you? Like what Fahad said. He said we should look at reforms in the electoral process. We are practicing one form of democracy. If Fahad online, I want to ask you a question.
No.
American system of democracy or the British system? I don't understand, because right now it's divided. The British angle, the judiciary looks like the British system. I don't understand. Because if we're practicing the American system of democracy, we should be looking at the.
Hello.
Then again, yes, and again, I want to talk about the naira being one of the worst currencies so far.
Please go ahead.
Again, equal to the dollar. Even the naira was much stronger than the dollar. How did we get to this level? Number one, bad leadership, corruption. And I think it's tackle corruption. It is a.
Have a wonderful day, Mr. Walter. Hello.
Good morning, sister.
Good morning, Comrade Koboko.
A problem. Any person that are using Nigerian naira, this is what I refer to as technical and tactical connected and honest natural resources. Well, they are talking about agriculture. They are talking about to say our money is the worst money. 1985, my father used to send naira to my uncle went to Texas. That. By the time Argentina crash, now judiciary that is telling me say our opinion does not. I came back 11:30 p.m. Judiciary is now deciding my process and tell me not to the best currency. Very soon, that we fall. This is what we call economic naira sabotage. I can't let that get first.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you. Thank you. Thank you. Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Fahad. I'm going from Mother to Serata. It's democracy. Democracy where we have the three tiers of government, the executive, the legislature, and the judiciary, not knowing exactly what to do, or decided not to do exactly what they do. And you now tell them amnesty. You are now telling them to go and see no more. Where you have bandits rampaging the country all over, where you have as of today, as you are speaking, their books are not being looked into, and there are no punishment as a consequence for offenders to serve as deterrent for people that have committed offences. So is this democracy where we are going to stay together, either in the name of the social plebiscite or referendum? That is the way to go. Unless we do that, we are just dreaming. Good morning.
Who says Fuad Said's analysis is always on point. However, I would want the country to give this administration a benefit of the doubt. They might get it better. God bless Nigeria. Thank you very much, Steve, for your message. That is Steve on Facebook. You can also be like Steve and join us on Facebook to reach us on Facebook or YouTube. Please go search Mainland 98.3 FM and you would immediately get us on those streaming platforms. On WhatsApp, we have a message here. Good morning, Mainland crew. Why? And giving money to state governments that would enter voicemail. I ask, where is the money we pay yearly on roadworthiness on our vehicles while the roads are still unworthy? Benjamin from Lord Denning said that we should not miscarry justice to please the mob, but the questions are all of them following the constitution and the rule of law in deciding the cases before them? Are Nigerian judges truly after justice? And most of them not after their pockets in the Christopher. I'll go back to the phones now. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Babalola. Set in a country called Nigeria. Though some of these politicians are telling us that it is just a mere geographical expression, some of them will be telling us that Nigeria is only on paper. But somebody like me that believes that Nigeria is real and supposed to be real, at this moment will be crying for Nigeria to become the poverty capital of the world, a country with the highest number of out-of-school children, a country with the highest number of people below poverty line, a country with one of the worst terrorism in Africa. At this report, what we wanted, what we thought should be for Nigeria went down, it never rose up. So Nigeria is going down. Nigeria is going down. Look at that are destroying this country. And then Ariola is talking about constitution. Is it the constitution that they are telling states in America that sat down and wrote their constitution? Here in Nigeria, how many people wrote this? And because the politicians see some loopholes for them to capitalize on, how do we recover this country? How do we get back this country?
Thank you.
It is not good like this, Abel. Not only for the generation of...
How are you today?
Very well, thank you. Thank you for asking.
It's a rough word to be in the studio and to for every day. I mean, is anything difficult to do?
Prince Wise, we're working on it.
Stop it now. They've removed subsidy, and they say about 1.1 trillion. As on, pack out my with the private body and make me many out of this. I want that more. The corporations should pay attention to Lagos Ibadan. Some of my friends told me, I come from Ibadan, and the worker there, you tell them, don't worry, just come. Corruption. If God not taking, you say, hey, Ibadan, this is no more working. It is the worker there that is caused all the problems. Federal government to the right channel, not to private pocket. Good morning to you.
Hello.
Good morning.
How nice. No say of inflation, please. Things are expensive. I want to buy my truck. Don't you think that now Madam Mifu will be checking? Maybe I will pass 24th of doing their health. They say I should be able to go to Ifako General Hospital to pick my. They should put that into consideration. It's not everything. Please, federal government should do something. From people from 60 and above. If you don't want to go there, you have money to go and buy. But people who don't really have money, you don't go market now. Today is 1,000. Tomorrow, when you go there, it's 1,500.
Definitely.
All kind of inflation. We have government. And again, this holidays.
Please take care of yourself. Thank you so much for calling. Yes, it's so unfortunate. I mean, we did review a report that The Guardian put forward, I think a few weeks ago, about the prices of goods, drugs, basically in the health sector, and how taking care of a sick person is extremely expensive at this time, and people are resorting to home diagnosis. Let me take the messages that we have on Facebook right now. Steve Uyi says, good morning, guys. Please, the Lagos State government should do something about the agberos that harass drivers and passengers at the bus stop for inspection before they issue you roadworthiness certificate. It's the roadworthy. My area in 𝗪𝗵𝗪𝗁 community in Ahmadiyya is very bad. Lagos State government should wake up. This is Steve from Lagos. Thank you, Steve. Basil Chika on Facebook says, the height of insecurity happening in the country lately and the quietness of the federal government over the whole thing is really, and also about the slumped minister designate, if accessed and seen as not capable health-wise, he should be advised to take a bow. This is from Chikabende from Trade Fair Lagos. Ise Benjamin also on Facebook says, good morning. Why is our president not talking of repairing the refineries that would put an end to petroleum money we pay yearly on roadworthiness on our vehicle while the roads remain unworthy? Benjamin from Shogunle, I feel like I read this message on WhatsApp already. Keep sending in the phone line 0913 6000 410. Morning to you, sir.
Emeka is my name.
Welcome.
Yeah. They said they are converting cars to gas,
PMS powered vehicles to CNG powered vehicles.
Please, have you found out how much is 1 kg of?
Alright, hold on, please. CNG is not LPG. CNG is compressed natural gas, but is that liquefied petroleum gas is different from compressed natural gas.
Okay.
Yes.
Even at that, I cannot reach you, but they are suffering. As I'm talking to you yesterday, like my son, because he came back from school, I told him, please go and this is so bad. I went one side and started weeping. So things are very difficult. Please let them do something. Thank you very much.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, Madam Sage, how are you today?
Very well, thank you, sir. How are you?
Yes, my dear friend Fuad, I'm calling from Mainland. Yes, on open mic today, I am concerned very seriously about the debt profile staff salary. But I mean, this is unheard of. It's unheard of. It's not only embarrassing, but verification from from the federation account from Abuja, plus what they are supposed, for example, Delta State to be specific. The governor of that state, 𝗧𝗵𝗲 left office with debt of the guy that left Uduaha and the body before him. They all left Mongo's debt. And I will say that any bank that borrows, they should put it as a bad debt, because the governor cannot go and borrow Mongo's amount of money and leave behind. Why the people who are impoverished? We are not going to accept it anymore. God bless you.
Thank you very much for calling. We appreciate that. 430. Let me go to WhatsApp at this time. Please, you would apologize. I'm trying to get through all the different guys and bear with me whilst I take these messages. We have here on WhatsApp. Good morning, Sage and Fuad. I do not have much to comment on the program and FM crew. On today's open mic, I want to commend Fuad for his unbiased and professional analysis, saying that it should be on labor and the suspension of the proposed strike. They have done and they are doing well, having reached 15-point agreement with La blaming them. Thanks for the good job, Mr. Ndubusi. All right, thank you very much for your submission. Also on WhatsApp, we have here, good morning, guys. Then I will get to the messages via any platform you send them, okay, please. We also have here, if not that we are in a country where people and indeed our so-called leaders have sought young men. I'm sorry, Steve from 𝗪𝗪𝗁𝗃, you're going to have to rephrase this entire message and resend it to me, okay? I do not necessarily understand what you're trying to tell me. Or let me go to the phones and then try to make sense of what you've sent to me and then read the message again. I think that's fair. Morning.
This is Ben from Lekki.
Welcome.
Thank you. I want to talk about the Asiwaju issue of a certificate of it. If one way or the other, some of us will be allowed to go back to our school to go and get one or two documents, you will discover that one way or the other, something may have tampered with immigration office. You see a lot of people with different issues of changing some names, some numbers, some food name, the way we're written in this part of this world. Imagine a document submitted in 1970 something. Some of us are never born then. And somebody else says it was a female because of the F. Don't you think it should be a computer? It's like you're asking me, Dad, your son. I don't think you are the father of your son. I'm going to say, what is your business? This is my son. The reality, we are going to turn it to the upside down. Go to the road safety office today. Go and see a lot of people. Some of people are using a different driving license due to different name because of a computer error. I wish Nigerians good luck.
Thank you.
Good morning.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Hello. All right, please try to make it back. If that was you, 0913-6000-410. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, morning to you.
Thanks for the work you are doing.
We appreciate you.
Thanks for the work you are doing. I can talk on anything. Is that
yes,
what?
Yes.
Okay. I want to talk on this. Can you hear me now?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. The security that is still happening in the north, and it is not good for the image of Nigeria. Even from the these people have addresses, they have homes. You go to a school, you carry children and they take them inside the and don't we have elders in our nation? Are we go to fold our hands and watch all these things happen? And then some people are what is happening in Lagos. Police and 𝗪𝗵𝗁, where they harass people on the street, it's to see. Innocent people are dying. If they have cameras, let them use camera to track anybody who commits. You don't necessarily be the one to catch me. Your man people.
Thank
so
you.
This of this 𝗪𝗪𝗁.
Thank you so
let's
much.
work. Thank you.
Yes. Hello.
Sid, good morning.
I'm with you.
My take this morning will be on this certificate saga. I will not be saying much on it. Why? Because the documents have been released already, and it's in the public domain, and it's no longer a Nigerian thing. And you know what we are scouting for right now in Nigeria? We are sit down. We want to start to rebuild our country. So, what I'm saying here, integrity of Nigeria is before them. The legitimacy of Nigeria is before them. It is what they decide will attract, whether the foreign investors will come and invest in our land, or whoever that wants to. The Supreme Court should filter whatever. I don't want to go by what is going on internet. It's now an international matter. Everybody have an interest in this. The foreign investors will never come to invest where there is no justice. That is for sure. They let the Supreme Court do justice to whatever that is before them, no matter who that person is. Our or group of people. We are talking about our nation here.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Have a lovely day. Let's go to WhatsApp very briefly. We have here, good morning, Sage and Fuad, as well as the listeners. In the 60s and 70s, when agriculture was the mainstay, please let the federal government give me contracts to repair the refineries in Warri, Port Harcourt, and Kaduna. I will repair the refineries within 4 years, and if I don't repair the refineries within 4 years, let the federal government charge me to court for economic sabotage. Mainland FM, Naira, among the worst performing currency in Africa. It's the truth. A country where its highest denomination is 1,000 and position, but to holistically reform and restructure both the Naira and the economy. Look at the economy from May 2019 till date. He can be thoroughly examined medically, and if he's not fit, he should not be confirmed. Emeka Moses from Lagos. Thank you for your message. Hello.
This morning, I just want to labor out with the government, which many people have touched. Somebody mentioned security. Security, if they are not secure properly, they don't have the Port Harcourt to Zamfara. It's a problem. And the second one is the issue of the governors. I'm not anti-governor. Not all of them. Some are performing issue like the federal government has tried to go to our government, the state government. They just shared about 1.something billion naira. They have the money, at least, to trickle down to the down people. Let them give us like as we are tackling the federal. And federal has given us the line
Hello, Sage, how are you? God bless you. I'm Fuad. God bless the two of you. You are doing well.
Good morning, engineer.
I need to hear from you, but well, let me talk about the CNG you are talking. Apply one or two techniques to change them. And that is why you are having the scarcity of production now. When you want to go into now come up with your policy and say, okay, people start to use. It's not the best policy now, because cooking is one course you can get them where you want to, because with that some people that are using it for generator is generator into gas powered generator now. So I want to establish that concerning the certificate. Let no failure come and put wounds on Nigerians. We want justice and 𝗪𝗪𝗁 and the present president of America are older than 𝗪𝗪𝗁. It doesn't come up at all. Let us work for the coming generation. We want sanity in our community, in our nation, in our system. We want our great pastor to be ready, or the Committee of Nations. There must be justice. Concerning the labor, it is not the business of labor to go and be inspecting what is going on there.
Premier Motor Spirit are all derivatives of crude. We get that. But it's from the same source, but it's objected to. That's how you get the different derivatives. So LPG and CNG, we get that they are from. But for this particular initiative of saying that they were gotten from a different source, but they are different. LPG is not CNG, even if they're both being used. You are live. Hello.
Good morning.
All right.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning to you.
Rumi calling from Command.
Yes, nice to have you. Please, can you?
I want to just comment on the Chief Justice's comment. Interpreted this time and or will be misinterpreted. Let's be serious in this country for once. The same constitution has a lot of misconceptions. It said federal government, FCT and no, FCT is not and. This thing is having, it should be, I like what is the interest of the people in this matter. We don't want this, It will not be better for the people. And what they should do proper investigations, not just that in the constitution state. What is happening in the field? Is there both and people that want to keep the lacuna in the constitution?
Thank you.
That is one. Then secondly,
I apologize. We cannot take your other submission. We are out of time, and I really want to get. If truly we want to put a stop to the full problem. Adeleye Jeremiah Adedamola also on Facebook says, for on air now, we're on social media, we're streaming our shows live, which is why you're able to comment now. So we're back. We apologize for the downtime. Ogunshola Hamed says, good morning. It's unfortunate on the avoidable loss of life at Agor Palace Way and on roads until they are totally impassable. The other lane the driver avoided is so bad such that after downpours, vehicles take the other lane to connect to the opening ahead. There's a similar scenario on Gideon Bus. The Bible says the sinners runneth when no man pursueth, but the righteous are bold, as like you should understand that it's setting guidelines as to the things we can see on radio. So I'm not trying to delegitimize your point of view, but it's just not Nigerians have done to them. Nigeria at 60 and so on. Our leaders truly to you, 𝗪. It breaks my heart to face the reality that Leah Shaibu is still in the terror. The killers of Deborah Yakubu are yet to be brought to justice, politicizing compromised institution, and of course to Nigerians, whether anyone likes it or not. We must rid ourselves of these cancers and plagues in the government. We have no integrity and formidable institution yet. Thank you, 𝗪𝗪 from 𝗪𝗪𝗁. Just to throw that in there, alleged result forgery. Okay, let's hear from the court first. Dioda attributes in a way that, amongst other things, please. Thank you for your understanding. We have here, it is quite unfortunate and embarrassing that the only way the Minister of Foreign Affairs could defend Bola Tinubu's certificate saga is to refer to the same scenario that surrounded former PMB certificate. This is, to me, gradually becoming a norm that about the situations of things, especially if you're going to contribute to a radio station or a public platform. Regardless of how hurt you are, I'll just advise that you contribute in a way that I am able to for your submission. Unfortunately, I can't take any more phone calls or any more messages, but I am super grateful for the fact that you're very enthusiastic about contributing to the shows. We're going to go on a brief break.
8.3 FM.